Is L'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent still worth the purchase almost 2 decades after its initial release? What's up YouTube, and welcome to my channel, E Smells Good. If you're a fan of fragrances or fragrance related content, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that you can stay up to date on everything that I post from here going forward. So what prompted the topic of today's video is I realized I am almost completely out of my bottle of L'Homme. And I've had this fragrance for some years now. I got this fragrance probably back in 2018, 2017. So it's seen better days for sure. But really what prompted me to think about this was, did I want to repurchase the fragrance, or is this one that I was going to just have my experience with it and let it go? Thus, the topic of today's video, is L'Homme still worth it in 2025? Well, spoiler alert, yes, I do think that this fragrance is still worth it in 2025. So much so that I actually went and repurchased it in a bigger bottle than what I originally had. So what's left in this one will probably last me the rest of this week, but hopefully that bottle over there will last me for the foreseeable future. Now, before we get into why I believe this fragrance is still worth it, let's talk about the notes and how it smells. The fragrance opens up with notes of bergamot, ginger, and lemon. Those opening top notes are supported by some notes of spices, violet leaf, white pepper, and basil, along with base notes of tonka bean, vetiver, and cedar. Now, what does all that come together to smell like? Well, this one is very fresh, spicy, citrusy, and a touch aromatic. Overall, it smells like a very clean, traditional, masculine smelling scent. And that brings me to why I think the fragrance is still worth it. The scent DNA of this, although yes, it is nearly 20 years old, this fragrance came out in 2006, it in no way smells dated. And it has versatility that really gives almost any fragrance on the market today a run for its money. Yes, it's clean, yes, it's fresh and spicy, but it still has a bit of class and sophistication to it. It's one of the safest fragrances that you could recommend or even wear, yet it doesn't come across bland or boring. It's perfect for office wear, but I would still wear it casually. Yet, I wouldn't hesitate to reach for this if I was going on a spring or a summer date. There's really just no occasion where I feel like it's bad to reach for L'Homme. Another reason that I feel that it's still worth purchasing in 2025 is it's a fairly affordable scent. You can usually find YSL's L'Homme around the $50 to $60-ish range. In addition to that, it is a classic in the fragrance community. It's one of those fragrances that I personally just feel like deserves a spot in your collection and deserves a spot on your shelf. It is the YSL fragrance that spawned countless of flankers. In fact, one of its flankers is probably even more popular than it, and that's La Nuit de L'Homme. A flanker so popular that it spawned its own flankers. So when I think of the legacy that this fragrance has left behind, I think that in and of itself earns it a spot back in my rotation. And this may be a personal reason, but for me, the fragrance is a bit comforting. There's something about this scent that almost feels trustworthy. It feels like if I smelt this on someone, I would just think that's a good person. And I like having a fragrance like that in my collection. And that's why, after all these years, I still think that even in 2025, L'Homme by YSL is still worth your purchase. So much so that when I run out of this tiny bit of juice in here, I have 100 ml waiting on me. But that's going to be it for this video. Drop a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are on YSL's L'Homme. Do you have it? Do you not? Do you think that it's still worth getting in 2025 like I do? Drop a comment. Let's get a dialogue going. Let's get some conversations rolling. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It does so much to support the channel. And until next time, peace.